Hi all, happy day and warm greetings to everyone who are watching this video. So in this video now we have completed the unit 12 plant anatomy and plant physiology. Now in this video we will go ahead with studying about the book back evaluation so that the students may feel very easy to take up their examinations. So if you listen to this video carefully, you will be very easy in preparing this unit for your examination, for the forthcoming public examination we can say. See, as far as blueprint of science question paper is concerned, you may have 1 mark questions which will be in the type of choose the correct answers, 2 marks, 4 marks and 7 marks. So this is the mark allocation. So for this we will write for 75 marks and we will see unit 12 book back evaluation now. Coming to choose first one. See, first one, choose the correct answer. Here they are asking Casparian strips. Casparian strips abdina, they are thickenings found in the four options are cortex, pericycle, pith and endodermis. So these are the options. Casparian strips are always found in endodermis. You have to remember this one. Endodermis na enna, the outer layer vandu epidermis nu solvom. அதை தாண்டி உள்ளே வந்துட்டா இருக்கிறது எல்லாமே கார்டெக்ஸ். இந்த கார்டெக்ஸில் இவ்வளோ பெரிய செல்ஸ் நிறைய இருக்கும். அப்புறம் ஒரு பெரிய வாஸ்குலர் பண்டலோட சர்க்கிள் இருக்கும். ஸோ இந்த இன்னர் மோஸ்ட் லேயர் ஆஃப் த கார்டெக்ஸ் வில் பி கால்ட் அஸ் எண்டோடர்மிஸ். இப்படி இருக்கும். ஸோ அங்கங்கே இதில் இருக்கிற திக்கனிங்ஸை தான் we will call it as Casparian strips. So Casparian strips are found in endodermis. This you have to remember. And second one, the end arch condition is a characteristic feature of which part of the plant? End arch. See, regarding the arrangement of xylem, we will have the big cells, they are called as metaxylem and the small cells will be called as protoxylem. So dicot root la in the structure paakalam. The kutti cells alla protoxylem, when they are facing towards the periphery, we call that condition as exarch. Exarch, exit, வெளியே இருந்தால் protoxylem exarch. இதே ஸ்டெம்ல பார்த்தீங்கன்னா you will have like this, that is protoxylem towards the center. So end arch condition is a characteristic feature of stem. A very important 1 mark question you have to remember. End arch condition is a characteristic feature of stem. And third, choose the correct answer is see, when the xylem and phloem are arranged side by side on the same radius, we call that condition as conjoint. When xylem and phloem are arranged on the same radius, you know that xylem and phloem are arranged in the form of a circle. Okay, when xylem and phloem are arranged in the same radius, we call this condition as, we call this arrangement as conjoint. Different radius landa radial nu therinjukkanum. First concentrate only on gaining your knowledge, because knowledge once acquired will never go waste. That will be carried to help you in your higher classes. And secondary is examination preparation point of view. The acquired knowledge will help very well in attending all your questions confidently. So concentrate only on gaining knowledge. And fourth one, what is formed during anaerobic respiration? As already I told you, respiration is a process by which the food is oxidized to release energy. That process is called as respiration. And respiration, in the absence of oxygen, we call it as anaerobic respiration. So in this process, in addition to energy, ethyl alcohol is produced. So anaerobic respiration is otherwise called as fermentation. So this thing also you have to remember. So ethyl alcohol will be the answer. And Krebs cycle. Fifth choose is Krebs cycle. Krebs cycle takes place in, so this is the question. Krebs cycle, it is a step in process of aerobic respiration. It takes place inside mitochondrial matrix. Mitochondrial matrix. See, mitochondria சும்மா இப்படி ஒரு போட்டுக்கலாம். உள்ள வந்து outer membrane, that is, this is inner membrane which is having finger-like projections called as cristae, and this inner background, inner membrane kulla irukra the background ellame will be called as mitochondrial matrix. So Krebs cycle will take place in mitochondrial matrix, and glycolysis, which is the first step, it takes place in cytoplasm of the cell. This point also you have to remember. See, remember, glycolysis is the first step for both aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Aerobic process liyo, anaerobic process liyo, glycolysis kandipa nadakum. That is the first step. Then, sixth choose, the last choose is oxygen is produced at what point during photosynthesis? Na? When water is splitted, we get oxygen. Coming to 2 mark question, 2 marks. First process, first question is, what is collateral vascular bundle? In the previous video we have posted regarding types of vascular bundles. அதில் வந்து conjoint, collateral, conjointல collateral, bicollateralனு 2 ஸ்டெப்ஸ் சொல்லியிருப்போம். 3 டைப்ஸ் சொல்லியிருப்போம். conjoint, concentric. இந்த conjointல 2 இருக்கும், collateral, bicollateral. See, when we have xylem towards the center and phloem towards the periphery, this arrangement is called as collateral vascular bundle. So for this answer, what is collateral vascular bundle abdina? When the xylem is lying towards the center and phloem towards the periphery. Xylem center நோக்கி இருக்கும், phloem periphery boundary நோக்கி இருக்கும். That arrangement will be called as collateral vascular bundle. You have to remember this. And second one, where does carbon that is used from the photosynthesis come from? Photosynthesis ku carbon dioxide தேவை. அது எங்க இருந்து எடுத்துக்கோன்னா atmosphere. Carbon dioxide comes only from the atmosphere. So this is the second question answer. And third one is, what is a common step for both aerobic and anaerobic respiration அப்படின்னா, common step நான் already சொன்னேன், glycolysis. Aerobic respiration is a process which takes place in the presence of oxygen, and anaerobic respiration is a process which takes place in the absence of oxygen. And the 2 stepலுமே glycolysis நடக்கும். Glycolysis எந்த இடத்துல நடக்கும்னா cytoplasm of cell, as already I told you. It's nothing but glyco means glucose is broken down into 3 carbon pyruvic acid. So one glucose molecule C6H12O6 is broken down into 2 molecules of 3 carbon pyruvic acid. So this is the process what it takes place in glycolysis. And next one. Okay, name the phenomenon that is by which carbohydrates are oxidized to release ethyl alcohol. அதாவது எந்த இடத்துல carbohydrates we can take it as glucose, they are oxidized to release ethyl alcohol. That process is called as anaerobic respiration or fermentation. Already I have told you this one. So this is the answer. Okay, next question is, give an account of vascular bundle of stem. Stem oda vascular bundle பத்தி கேக்குறாங்க. Conjoint, collateral. 2 C ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கணும். CC, conjoint, collateral. Conjoint அப்படின்னா xylem and phloem will lie in the same radius, and the xylem is lying towards the center and phloem towards the periphery. We call it as collateral. So conjoint, collateral. They are asking about dicot stem. Conjoint, collateral, open and endarch. இந்த 4 வார்த்தை போதும். Conjoint, collateral 2 C ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கணும். Open அப்படின்னா cambium அப்படின்ற tissue இருந்தா we call it as open. Cambium அப்படின்னா it is a tissue responsible for secondary growth. Primary growthனா அப்படி lengthல வளர்றது, secondary growthனா thicknessல வளர்றது. ஸோ ஒரு பிளான்ட் திக்னஸில் வளர்றது இந்த cambium அப்படின்ற டிஷ்யூவால். அந்த cambium இருந்ததுன்னா that vascular bundle is open. Okay, in dicot stem we have cambium. So the nature of vascular bundle will be conjoint, collateral, open, endarch. Endarch means protoxylem towards the center and metaxylem towards the periphery. So this is regarding the vascular bundle of stem. Then coming to Next question. Write a short note on mesophyll. அதாவது dicot leafல okay. So this is upper epidermis, this is lower epidermis. In dicot leaf, the tissue present between the upper and lower epidermis is called as mesophyll. What is mesophyll? The tissue present between the upper epidermis and lower epidermis is called as mesophyll. அதாவது உங்களோட ஆன்சர் எப்படி இருக்குன்னா where it is asked and for which how many marks it is asked. 2 marks அப்படின்னா அதுக்கு தகுந்த ஆன்சர் எழுதினா போதும். But when that is asked in 4 marks, you have to elaborate and write. So what you can elaborate? Mesophyll is again differentiated into palisade parenchyma, spongy parenchyma. 2 marksல கேட்டா இவ்வளோ எழுதினா போதும். palisade parenchymaனா இப்படி elongatedஆ இருக்கும் cells, ஒன்றுக்கும் ஸ்பேஸ் இருக்காது, நிறைய chloroplast இருக்கும், and they are responsible for photosynthesis. spongy parenchymaனா palisade parenchyma கீழே இருக்கும், irregular arrangement இருக்கும், நிறைய gap இருக்கும், and they are mainly responsible for gaseous exchange. So if that is asked in 4 marks na, you can elaborate and write about palisade parenchyma and spongy parenchyma. If not abdina, you can mention when the question is asked what is mesophyll, you have to mention in dicot leaf the tissue present between the upper and the lower epidermis, that is completely called as mesophyll. It is differentiated into palisade parenchyma and spongy parenchyma. That is what you have to remember. And coming to the next question. Third question is, give the structure of the oxysomes. Oxysome structure you have in page number 183 of the reader. ஒன்றுமே இல்லை, இப்படி ஒரு ரவுண்டு போட்டு ஒரு ஸ்டாக் வரைஞ்சி கீழே ஒரு பேஸ் வரைஞ்சிட்டா this is called as oxysomes. Actually what are oxysomes? They are minutely tennis racket shaped particles which are found in the inner mitochondrial membrane, which is where the ATP synthesis takes place. Okay, oxysomesனா என்னன்னா எங்கே இருக்கும், இன்னர் மைட்டோகாண்ட்ரியல் மெம்பரேனில் குட்டி 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 பார்ட்டிகல்ஸ் ரெகுலராக அழகாக அரேஞ்ச் ஆகிருக்கும், அது ATP சிந்தசிஸ் இந்த இடத்துல நடக்கும். இதை எப்படி வரையணும்னா ஜஸ்ட் ஒரு ரவுண்ட் இப்படி போட்டு, this is one important 2 mark question, இப்படி ஒரு ஸ்டாக் போட்டு ஒரு பேஸ் போட்டுட்டா முடிஞ்சுது. ஸோ யூ ஹாவ் டு மார்க் திஸ் as stock. This is F1, head, F0 base, that's all. This is enough for structure of oxysomes. You have in page number 183 in the reader. And coming to the next question, what are the 3 basic tissue system in a plant? This is next question. Sachs அப்படின்றவர் 3 basic tissues சொல்லியிருக்காரு. ஒன்று dermis or epidermal layer, dermal or epidermal layer, அதாவது ஒரு ரூட்டு ஸ்டெம்மு லீஃபில் இருக்கிற எல்லா அவுட்டர் லேயர்லேயுமே இருக்கக்கூடிய எல்லா செல்ஸுமே we will call it as epidermal or dermal tissues. And second one is ground tissue, and third one is vascular bundles, vascular tissue. See, vascular tissues na, it is nothing but it consists of xylem and phloem. Okay, vascular tissues it will be arranged in the center in a form of circles. So vascular tissues will consist of xylem and phloem, and in stem, leaf and root in the வெளிய outermost layer ல இருக்கக்கூடிய எல்லா செல்ஸ்மே will be called as dermal or epidermal. இது ரெண்டும் தவிர்த்து ஒரு plant bodyல இருக்கக்கூடிய எல்லா டிஷ்யூமே we will call it as ground tissue. So the 3 basic tissue systems are dermal or epidermal tissue system, ground tissue system, and vascular tissue. That's all. This is enough to write. And the next question is, what is photosynthesis and where in the cell it takes place? See, what is photosynthesis? See, it is a process by which autotrophic organisms, autotrophic அப்படின்னா, auto means self, tropis means feeder, தன்னோட ஃபுட்டை தானே உருவாக்கக்கூடிய all the organisms called as autotrophic organisms. So all green plants and some algae and some photosynthetic bacteria, they will prepare their own food with the help of sunlight. Solar energy is converted into chemical energy and this solar energy will be absorbed by the chlorophyll. Plant body la chlorophyll irukkum. Green plants and some algae. Algae na the தண்ணியில் படர்ந்திருக்கக்கூடிய பாசை எல்லாமே are algae only. Okay. These green plants and algae, they are autotrophic organisms. They prepare their own food by a process called as photosynthesis, where the solar energy which is absorbed by the chlorophyll is converted into chemical energy. That's all. So where in a cell it takes place? ஒரு செல்லுக்குள்ள photosynthesis chloroplast la நடக்கும். Okay, in a cell the process of photosynthesis will take place in a chloroplast. Ultrastructure of chloroplast la last previous videos la பார்த்திருக்கோம். Okay, so in a cell the photosynthesis process will take place in chloroplast. Chloroplast is a type of a plastid which gives green color to the plants. And next one is, what is respiratory quotient? A very important question. RQ. Respiratory quotient. So I will read the answer, just listen. Respiratory quotient is the ratio of volume of carbon dioxide liberated and the volume of oxygen consumed during respiration. அதாவது இங்கே ரேஷியோன்ற வார்த்தை வந்து very important. We are going to compare two quantities. என்ன quantitiesனா volume of oxygen consumed. எவ்வளோ ஆக்சிஜனை கன்சியூம் பண்ணி volume of carbon dioxide liberated. எவ்வளோ ஆக்சிஜனை நம்ம கன்சியூம் பண்ணி எவ்வளோ கார்பன் டை ஆக்சைடு லிபரேட் பண்ணுறோம், அந்த ரெண்டு குவான்டிட்டிஸை கம்பேர் பண்ணி தான் கொடுக்குற ரேஷியோ தான் ரெஸ்பிரேட்டரி கோஷன்ட். ஸோ இந்த ப்ராசஸ் ஆஃப் ரெஸ்பிரேஷன் how much volume of oxygen is respiratory quotient is nothing but it is the ratio of volume of carbon dioxide liberated to the volume of oxygen consumed. Kindly don't forget the word ratio. Okay, நம்ம நிறைய படிப்போம் எக்ஸாமுக்கு, டக்குன்னு அந்த கொஸ்டின் கேட்கும்போது இந்த மாதிரி இம்பார்ட்டண்ட்டான 1-2 வார்த்தைகள் விட்டுட்டோன்னா நம்ம கஷ்டப்பட்டு படித்தோம், அது வேஸ்ட்டாக போயிடும், ஒரு 1/2 மார்க் 1 மார்க் போயிடும். அதனால் இந்த மாதிரி குட்டி கீவேர்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கணும். திஸ் இஸ் very important question. And the final question of 2 marks. Okay, why should light dependent reaction occur before light independent reaction? Photosynthesis la ரெண்டு ஃபேஸ் இருக்குன்னு பார்த்தோம். லைட் டிபெண்டன்ட், நெக்ஸ்ட்டு லைட் இண்டிபெண்டன்ட். லைட்டு டிபெண்ட்டுக்கு லைட்டு வேணும், அப்போ சோலார் எனர்ஜி இஸ் ட்ராப்டு. Solar energy is trapped and that is converted into chemical energy as ATP and NADPH2. In light independent reaction, இது ரெண்டுத்தையும் யூஸ் பண்ணி தான் இந்த ரியாக்ஷன் நடக்க போகுது. ஸோ லைட் டிபெண்ட் ரியாக்ஷன் முதல்ல நடந்து ATP and NADPH2 ஃபார்ம் ஆனாதான் அதுக்கப்புறம் இந்த ATP and NADPH2 வச்சு லைட் இண்டிபெண்ட் ரியாக்ஷன் நடக்கும். That is why light dependent reaction will take place first, followed by light independent reaction. And the last question of 2 mark is write the reaction for photosynthesis. This reaction you have in page number 181 in the reader. Here what is happening is carbon dioxide is plus along with water we have glucose getting synthesized, C6H12O6 plus oxygen is liberated. இதுக்கு என்ன வேணும்? sunlight வேணும், sunlight trap பண்ணுறதுக்கு chlorophyll வேணும். So carbon dioxide plus water will give you glucose plus oxygen. இதை பேலன்ஸ் பண்ணி எழுதுனா 6CO2 plus 12H2O will give you C6H12O6 plus 6O2 plus 6O2, that's all. So this is what you have to remember. So that's all regarding 2 mark questions. Okay, in the next video we'll just have a look about the long answer questions, 4 marks and 7 marks. 7 marks ன்னு வரும்போது எப்போவுமே ஒரு 2 mark ஒரு பெரிய question இப்படி கம்பைன் பண்ணி தான் பயாலஜியில் கேட்குறாங்க. அதனால் அப்படி எல்லா 2 மார்க்ஸையும் ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்ணிக்கிட்டு 4 மார்க்ஸையும் ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்ணிக்கிட்டு அந்த காம்பினேஷனில் வரும்போது 7 marks எழுதுறது ரொம்ப ஈஸி as far as biology is concerned. Okay, so all the best. Do prepare your exams well. Thank you.